This is what I'm talking about. NFL playoffs at Lambeau Field with a snowstorm camped out over the upper Midwest. Let's go. It's time for some great football in Green Bay. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
First down throw for Cousins. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And it's 3rd down.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. From the gun, here's Cousins. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Accelerating, and off he goes. The 40, the 20, 10, touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, 98 yards, and the Packers have taken the early lead. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning into points on their side. So now you've got a team working together, and you get the crowd involved fully on their side in this ball game.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, if they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back the intended target, but it's going to be second down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
On second down, Cousins again. This one brought in by Jefferson.
Cousins
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Jefferson. A 5-yard pickup on the play.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And the Vikings first down.
Draw play, Cousins to Cook. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Dalvin Cook.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
From the 24, Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. And that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. That's taken in by the tight end, Josiah DeGuara. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Give him 30 yards there.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
Rodgers now on first down. Slant to Adams. Yeah, he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, down at the 31. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. Hardy Nickerson there to make the tackle.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Brought him down.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. shotgun now for Rodgers. He'll find his tight end here, DeGuara. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 12-yard line. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. They hand off to their big tight end. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, Parker, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Lets it fly for Thielen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And his throw here's incomplete. Josiah DeGuara, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Here's Rodgers to throw on 3rd down. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The give is to Jones. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Eric Kendricks in on the
tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Rodgers to throw on second down. He'll find Aguara complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 12-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. A give to Jones. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
With the handoff.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
The 9-yard line.
It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. From the gun, it's Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, Rodgers escaping the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Brandon, never ceases to amaze me just how fast these defensive ends are in the game nowadays. Part of that is what we've seen in college football, where they've gotten smaller and faster on the defensive side of the ball. But they brought that to the NFL because it is hard for an offensive lineman to keep them away from the quarterback.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Gonna let it fly for Rudolph. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Jones. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
At the 46-yard line.
On 2nd and a couple. Rodgers looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. 20. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown.
Minnesota.
And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change.
Their own 28-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Rodgers now on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. Following the interception, Cousins. And this is caught at the 8. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Cousins now to the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Flush to his right. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
A loss of 2 yards. It's 3rd down and goal.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. To throw is Cousins. And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, one of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. Jackson now to return. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. That was a safety Taylor Rapp right there on the coverage.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Jones. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
11 yards there, 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. From the gun, Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Caught on the right side by Adams. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Rodgers to throw once more. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
First and 10.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
24 more.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First down. First and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones, his second touchdown of the night. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give him a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
So they go with a pass there on the two-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their two-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have two-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Cousins and the Vikings with a first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Jair Alexander that time able to knock that one away.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
21 yards. First down, Minnesota.
On first and 10, Cousins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. And it's third down.
And 10 yards to go.
Cousins again. Eluding the pressure right. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
From the 25, here's second and 6.
He's checking. 47 is the mic. Box it.
Operating from the gun, Rodgers. Throw right side, going to be complete to DeGuara. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 32 on the play.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Man, some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
2 yards.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 41, Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. It's a gain of 35. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. From the gun, Rodgers. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
Brought down just shy of the goal line. A gain of 3 yards. It's now third and goal.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Jamal Williams taking it in. And the Packers add on to their lead. But look, this is a team, Charles, they've faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division. But they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
It feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game. A message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 1st down. Here's Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
It's a gain of
23 yards, the final tally. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. A little juke. This one brought in by Jefferson. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle.
It's a pickup of 6.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 26 yards. To the air again, it's Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And you'd have to say they have done what they set out to do in this wild card round. It won't get easier from here, of course, but they'll certainly have some momentum built up for when they hit the road in the divisional round next weekend. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
On second down, it's Jones. He'll have a first down and more past the 20. And finally taken down at the 26-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. Now the all-time leading rusher at Boston College, it's A.J. Dillon. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up.
On the play. Second and 10 at the 26-yard line.
On second down, here's Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off near the 44. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a three-score game, though, fourth quarter. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Preston Smith in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. To try again after the sack. Cousins. And this one's incomplete. Tajay Sharp, the intended target, and it's third down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Third and long for Cousins. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Zadarius Smith able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. And I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, first and 15. After the penalty, it's Jones. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, But they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Yeah, let's get a second. 54's Mike. 54's Mike.
Second down, Love. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
They'll take over.
The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. And the throwing, Cousins. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off down near the 5. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
Again, it's Williams. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And all the way to the opposite 48. It's a big play for the Pack on 3rd. 44 yards.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
Jamal Williams.
Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They run it again with Williams. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally marked down at the 23. A gain there of 21 yards.
Every player I know tends to play the game in his mind before it actually happens. There's no way he thought that at this stage of the game, this would be his first big run like that.
Yeah, but it's got to feel for him like the floodgates open, a sigh of relief. Now we'll see if things can open up for him.
See if it can continue.
Their season ends here. A tough way to go out.